What's up, fam? Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About It with Reggie J. Hey, fam, I had to tell you about what happened to me today at the gym when I was working out because it was a beautiful thing. It was inspirational. It was sad. It was a conversation filled with a lot of emotion, but it was a beautiful thing because we left there with a lot of love for one another. And I had a conversation. I was in the whirlpool. So these three black guys that I've been working out at the gym with, they know I make my podcast. And so one of them said, "Hey, Reggie, do you mind if we talk about the video you made where you said we're God's chosen people?" I said, "Sure." Now let me set the stage. On my left, I have a 39-year-old school teacher. Right in front of me, I have a 35-year-old engineer. And to my right was a 34-year-old coach, high school coach. All these young men are black, intelligent, etc. So I didn't know what was going to happen. But anything I say once, I can back up and say again and bring references and all that and scripture and all that. So I was prepared. So the 35-year-old engineer, he said, "Reggie, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I never looked at us as the children of Israel." He said, "Do you really think we are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of?" I said, "Yeah. It can be proven in no limited time according to the Bible." So he said, "I thought them was people that was in ancient Egypt." I said, "Then why did the Bible say they will be in a strange land among strange people?" See, I didn't have to break nothing down because all of us that was here, we was intelligent, right? I say, why would the Bible say they will be in a strange land among strange people? Then I say they were going to be in bondage for 400 years. I say, we've been in slavery for 400 years. So the engineer, the brother told me, he said, "Well, bondage don't mean slavery." I didn't even have to say nothing. My brother here, this 39-year school teacher, say he broke down what bondage meant. So the engineer brother, okay, yeah, that means slavery. So we moved on, right? So the beautiful part was, this was one brother that didn't know. The 34-year-old high school coach say, "Well, I can see where you get that from. I can see your ideology on that." Which means he really didn't agree with it because he never thought about it. But see, the brother who's the school teacher, the 39-year-old brother, he with the Hebrew Israelites. So he said, "I knew it." But I was so surprised that a black man is living in America, born, raised here, then seen everything I done seen, the discrimination, injustice, they killing us on TV, know about we was in bondage. But he didn't know who he was. He didn't know that we God's chosen people. So I explained to him, in the Bible, the prophets was talking about a people in the future. They gave a clear description. They're going to be in bondage for 400 years. They're going to be despised and rejected. They're going to be a foolish people. They gave a description. These was the prophets of God that predicted this. But I guess if you read the Bible wrong, you wouldn't know that. You read it as like it's a history book. Remember I tell y'all all the time, if you can't come at me with the Bible if you think it's a history book. That Bible has to be fulfilled. Right? So then his eyes open up. He say, then if we are the children of Israel, we supposed to make it to the promised land. I say, yes. He say, where's the promised land? I say, freedom, justice, and equality. Simple as that. I said, you know what the problem is? I said, have you ever thought about having freedom, justice, and equality? And the brother said, no. I said, why? He said, because I live in America. And I get up and go to work every day, and I take care of my family, and I pay my taxes, and I know I'm going to have to deal with racism, but I deal with it in an intelligent way. And I told him, I say, brother, all that sounds good and kumbaya. I say, but you have got condition. You done got satisfied with your present condition. So you telling me you never thought about having freedom, justice, and equality? And he said, no. And the brother, the Hebrew Israelite brother, up over here to my left, he said, I have. His eyes open. And you know, and I don't want you to make you think that he agreed with everything that I said. Because a little while later, he told me, he said, I don't believe in the Bible. I said, I respect that, brother. He said, because they left this out in his 3 chapters. See, the Hebrew Israelites got their own Bible. But that's how it's going to be at the promised land. You can still have your own religion. You can still have your own ideology. You just won't be up under bondage, which means every day that you wake up, you will be treated with respect, just like the white man is treated with respect. You won't get shortchanged when you go get a loan, a house loan, a loan to start a business. They will give you the same privileges as the white man has in America. But you know what I like about the whole thing is, the brother told me, I never thought about that. See, he thinks he got comfortable here, so he thinks I'm going to deal with racism all the time. I'm going to have to worry about my black kids and daughters and sons going out here and might not come back home and they don't do nothing and come back killed. He said, this is America. This is how it's supposed to go. But he wasn't a spiritual brother. Huh? He got caught up in American ways. American holidays, American way of doing things. The brother took, and I was surprised because I thought, if you're 35 years or older, born and raised in America, you have to start looking at it from a spiritual standpoint of view. You know a little bit about the workforce. You know a little bit about the government. You know a little bit about politics. You have to start seeing, is God concerned in our present condition in America? Is God concerned with the 30 to 40 black men and women here in America in our present condition? But the brother was so honest. See, we had a good conversation. The brother was so honest. He didn't even know we still in bondage. I said, we don't own nothing. We're a bunch of consumers. The government tells you what to do. They give you all the information that they want to give you, and that's what you believe. You never search for truth. What you mean you didn't know we was in bondage? They killed 154 unarmed black men. The police did. They didn't kill 154 white boys. They had their hands up and say, don't shoot. They didn't kill 154 Hispanic men in America that was unarmed. So what world are you living in if you don't know who? So you think God has no concern for us? We had a beautiful conversation. Then the brother right here said, well, I don't think that America is necessarily the promised land. Okay, maybe this is not the promised land. But we are the children of Israel, and wherever the promised land is, that's where we're going to end up, because they were saying the promised land is in Africa. Okay, well, that's our original land. But right now we're in bondage. Huh? See, anytime somebody can tell you when to go to work, when to go to lunch, when to come back from lunch, and when you get off, they dictating what time you got to go home and get ready for the next day, what time you got to cook. They dictate your life. See, they didn't teach us that. See, they taught us when we go to college. I got 2 college degrees. They taught us to go to college and come get a good job. You won't have to be, working in the janitor's office. You won't have to be digging ditches. Go get your education. But they never taught us to get an education to start a business, huh? To help your community, huh? But see, at some point in life, that should be an inner thing. Because the first law of nature is self-preservation. But I had such a beautiful conversation today because it's actually, some of my people we don't even think on a spiritual level. Some of our people that we see walking every day, they don't even know that we are God's chosen people. They don't even know that we are the children of Israel. We had a beautiful conversation. Just the four of us. Of course, it was two or three more different nationalities in the.